we don't take on shopping deals except in rare situations. Some lawyers do. I mean, in bigger firms, they can't really afford to take on, because if you did that, you'd end up having 20 tapes a week, to shop, and that's all you would do. And it's a very frustrating experience because people don't return your phone calls, even though they've known you for years. They've gotten this tape, they haven't listened to it yet, so they don't want to tell you they haven't listened to it. So rather than say I haven't listened to it, they just ignore you. I mean, it's really a terrible experience. And so when I was young, I used to do it a lot because it's just one of the ways that you meet people and get into the business. So I typically won't take on an artist unless there's already an interest expressed from a record label. So that to me is when you really need a lawyer, when there's a deal to be done. But some artists really want someone out there shopping tapes. Personally, I think having a lawyer shop tapes is probably not the smartest thing in the world, because the labels aren't that dumb. They realize, lawyers, what do they know about a hit? I mean, they're a lawyer. So the fact that some lawyer sends me a tape, to me, doesn't give it much of a stamp of, authenticity and credibility. Whereas if I can get with a producer or, a publisher, someone who allegedly knows good music from bad music, and they send it to a record label, to me, that's a much better way of getting in the door, and it gives it much more credibility. And I've always told artists that, don't have lawyers shop your tape if you can avoid it. Someone who's, or even a manager, because the other problem with lawyers, they tend to just mail the tapes in, and the best way to get a tape pitched is, you make an appointment with the record company, you get a meeting with the A&R person, you sit down, you pitch the artist, you talk about them, you show pictures, you really do a little bit of a sales job. Take them out to see them perform. Lawyers aren't going to do that. The good ones aren't going to have the time to do that. So they're just going to do a mass mailing to record companies and hope someone listens to it. And, that's just one step maybe above an artist doing that. Mm-hmm. So again, if you can affiliate with someone with some track record that the labels are going to, say, hey, he wouldn't be sending me something unless it must be good. That to me is the best way to get your tapes out there. Then when they're in interest, that's when you need the lawyer to make the deal. I mean, the lawyer should be involved in the deal making.